How close were you to Biggie?
Man, I can't say I'm a Junior Mafia, but I can say out of all rappers, possibly me and Jay-Z was the closest to Biggie, I think.
Oh, so you were up there with Jay in
Yeah,
terms of the
yeah,
relationship.
yeah. I talk to Biggie almost every day.
Really?
Yeah, on the
You guys
phone
never
and all
recorded
that.
together though.
We did, but it never came out. And
Oh, really?
yeah, we did record. We was doing an album
Was the song
together.
ever leaked or anything?
No, we did like 4 songs, but
You did 4 songs with
with
Biggie that
Biggie,
no one's ever heard.
never.
What the fuck?
I don't think you'll ever hear
Who's
it.
the producer?
If you do, you'll get upset.
Who's the
It's
producer?
Puff Daddy.
Okay, never mind.
So whatever, yeah. So I was gonna sign to Puffy. Me and Big was gonna do an album together. So I'm
Really?
the Puerto Rican Dawn. He's the Black Dawn.
Was there a name for this album?
Nah, not yet. But it was Biggie. Biggie brought me there and was like, "Yo, let's do an album together." So we start recording the songs. But then, of course, Industry 101, Craig Common heard about it. And he swooped in and he was like, "Yo, instead of doing that, I'll give you your own label. You can have Terror Squad, put your own music out, joint venture, overhead, money." Like, and Puff Daddy was like, "Playboy, I'm not giving you that." So I was like, "All right, Puff." So I went over there and I did that. But it was look, let's not hear the songs, man. The songs, we was going bad on people. You know what I'm saying? It
Oh,
was
you
like,
were you were
yeah, it
dissing
was real
people?
bad. Yeah, it was real bad on it. It was going like
Well, this was the crazy Fat Joe era where don't give
stupid,
a fuck,
crazy Fat Joe
fuck
and Biggie
everybody.
recruiting the crazy Fat Joe. Like, fuck that. Like, let's go. I'm like, oh shit.
A fat
Say no
a
more.
Fat Joe Biggie album back then, that would have been so fucking crazy. You know what I mean? With all the real production behind it and
Puff
everyone
Daddy
Puff
produced
behind
it.
the
You know
boards and yo,
yeah, the D Dots and the Stevie J's and all that. Like, it
exactly.
was like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Hitmen
The
at that
Hitmen,
time
yeah.
when they was the greatest.
Well, you said you regret letting people know that Story to Tell was about Anthony Mason.
Yeah.
So that was a real
I
Biggie was
didn't know.
real.
I'm not elaborating on that, but I'm not elaborating on that because Anthony Mason's somebody I really, really look up to. Rest in peace, his family. You know, it was bad. It was my fault. My bad.
What was the craziest Biggie story that you can remember? Because Biggie, I heard,
I
was
said one about Clue. To this day, doesn't really like me because I said a story about when Biggie was looking for him in the club with the 22, because Clue had put out some new Biggie shit without permission. So Clue gets mad whenever I say that. Like, to this day, he's got a little mad
a little
at me in
mad.
the back because it's like, come on, man, you gonna talk about Biggie coming to get me? Like, the craziest shit was um with Biggie with me was like uh these guys, man. I don't even know if I could say that story, but um this what I can say is it was great seeing the growth and the elevation of Biggie, man.
You're not gonna tell the story, yeah?
Nah, it was great seeing him go from green army jacket to rocking, alligator shoes and peach
The
shoes. Like, I
suits
could
and the
not believe
hats.
it. So I'm standing in the background. Fat Joe ain't big yet.
Right.
So I'm looking. Now we making movies, Chanel T-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
We balling out of
No,
control.
Biggie, like, don't get it twisted. Biggie became a sex symbol.
Not just a sex symbol. He was iconic. He looked
Yeah.
like a superhero.
Yeah.
So you see him. He had the hat. He had the turtlenecks. He had the peach with the, And I seen it. I seen him from underground going up to like transforming into this notorious Big. And it was amazing. I'll tell you one thing too. Like, when you see the videotapes of the crowd in Brooklyn that were wilding at Biggie's funeral, like, I was in the crowd
Mm.
in front of his building, putting the candle out there in front of his building and all that. Biggie's another Biggie, Big L. There's a lot of tragic deaths in hip hop. The Kid Extension, where these people didn't have to die. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, Big L was a tragedy. He was about to sign to Rockefeller. Like,
he's
he,
people's
he was
favorite rapper to this
phenomenal.
day. Like, you know what I'm
Phenomenal.
saying? So it's like, it's a shame that a guy that lived a non-violent life got killed by violence, and it's always like on some jealousy shit. Biggie
Always.
got killed over jealousy.
100%.
Did nothing wrong, just because hey, this guy's successful. We hate the fact that he's still winning. Let's kill him. Big L, same shit. Big L was a prime example of what you was trying to tell me earlier. Big L never left this block. He always lived on 139th Street. If he would take a girl to a hotel, he'd go to Jersey, a hotel, but come back to the Harlem, nigga. Like Big L was the biggest, the nicest rapper in New York, living in 139th.
Yeah, I don't know the story. I had heard rumors that had to do with a family member and
Oh,
something,
his
you
brother was
know.
the man. His brother
Right.
was the
There we
man, and
go.
his brother did a lot of dirt out there. And rest in peace to his brother. His brother's dead
Oh, he's
too.
dead also. Okay.
He been died. So so they got back at Big L.
That's what I heard. I didn't want to say it, but since you said it, then it is what it is.
Nah, it's true. But he was, he didn't deserve that. You know
Absolutely
what I'm
not.
saying? And if you listen to his music, all he ever did was uh, scream out his block, his hood.
Yeah. Did you cry when Big L died?
Oh, of course, I was there. I ran to Harlem. I went to Harlem. I was in the studio. I think I was in D&D, and then we went over there. Big L's like my little brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even as cool as me and Biggie. Big L's beyond that. He's digging in the crates. He's our brother. I
Oh,
watched him
right,
rap
right,
for the
right,
first
right.
time.
Yeah.
I watched him rap on stage with Lord Finesse for the first time. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He joked with me. He did this and that. You know how many times I went to that block for Big L in the van, and then we jump out ready to hurt everybody. He fight the biggest nigga 1-on-1.
Mm.
Like Big L was a clean fighter, man. He was a fair guy. I used to tell him, yo, we're gonna just jump out the van and beat these motherfuckers down with these bats. And this he'd be like, no, get out the car, let me fight him 1-on-1. And Big L's this little, this
Right.
skinny, fighting the biggest motherfucker on earth. I was furious behind that shit.
Well, you said you dealt with depression. How serious?
Serious.
Like,
Never
don't
serious, I'm killing myself. I'm never
not
been
leave your
that.
room for a week serious?
Huh?
Like, stay in your room for a week serious?
Shit like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like I lost my sister, Big Pun, and my grandfather around the same week. And it was just too much for me, you know what I'm saying? And then uh most people when they deal with deaths, they deal with it differently. And I couldn't like really, hide from it because Big Pun was so famous and we were so much twins and brothers that if I'm at a light and car pulls up right next to me at the light, yo, sorry about your brother. If I go to Miami, the waiter is like, yo, perdón tu hermano, so it took me like 2 years to get over that, man. And it was just like, yo, it could be like the brightest day outside. It felt like cloudy and dark. You know what I'm saying? I used to get upset when my wife got dressed up and was looking nice, smelling good, and I never felt like looking good or dressing. It was just a fucked up time. Real fucked up
Did you
time.
get over it?
Oh yeah, I'm completely over that
Completely
shit.
over it. Any medication or all
Nah, it wasn't no medication. I was seeing a
therapist?
psychiatrist every week, and what basically she never gave me no answers. She just heard me out, and she let me figure it out. So your mind is like a Rubik's cube, bro. So you gotta keep clicking away till one day it hits you. So one day I'm standing in front of the Big Pun wall, the mural. They just did it right now again, Tats Crew, and every year they change the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing in front of the mural and they painting that night, and then two dudes walk by, and one dude is like, "Oh shit, what they doing?" He was like, "Oh, that's a Big Pun wall. They do it every year. It's been 2 years." And then when he said that, it just echoed in my head. It was like 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. And I just told myself, like, yo, you can't keep feeling sorry. You can't, you got to snap out that bitch. That was the day I woke up.